Womb as temple, womb as portal, honoring the creative and spiritual power of the womb. What if the most sacred temple wasn't a building but your body? For centuries, patriarchal systems have distorted the role of the feminine, reducing creation to servitude and silencing the sacred power of the womb. But in ancient traditions, from Black indigenous Americans to African spiritual systems, the womb was revered as both a temple and a portal between worlds. To reclaim the womb is to reclaim sovereignty, power, and the divine role of creation. If you're ready to reconnect with this ancestral wisdom and honor your sacred power, subscribe to this channel and keep watching. Across the colonized world, the feminine has been distorted into a role of servitude, submission, and silence. But among the ancient civilizations and living traditions of Black indigenous Americans, traditional African spiritual systems, the ancient Moors, and American Semitic peoples, the feminine was and remains the vessel of divinity itself, not merely a bearer of life, but a living portal between worlds, a temple through which spirit takes form, a generator of time, nation, and future. The distortion of feminine power has had devastating consequences: erasure of the divine feminine. Patriarchal religions cast women as assistants to creation rather than initiators of divine will. Loss of ancestral wisdom. Indigenous and Afro-spiritual systems, where the womb was central to spiritual life, were suppressed by colonization and conquest. Disconnect from sacred cycles. The womb, once seen as a spiritual compass, is now treated with shame, silence, and neglect. But ancient wisdom teaches us that the womb is not just biological, it is the seat of creation, a living altar, and a portal through which spirit becomes matter. Here's the turning point: reclaiming the womb as both temple and portal is revolutionary. This is not just about honoring the feminine, it's about restoring balance to our communities and the world. The womb as temple. Among many southeastern tribes, including the Gullah Geechee, Yamasee, and Black Seminoles, creation myths center the earth as a feminine being. Across Black indigenous American traditions, the womb was seen as a sacred space in harmony with the earth and cosmos, linked to rituals, healing, and ancestral memory. The womb as portal. In African spiritual systems, the womb was a gateway between spirit and flesh, governed by divine feminine energies like Asin and Heher, who embody creation, pleasure, and cosmic order. Creation as divine power. The act of creation, biological, spiritual, or artistic, is the holiest expression of the divine feminine. The ancient Moors held esoteric and scientific knowledge that linked the womb to frequency, geometry, and sovereignty. In their mystery schools, the divine feminine was studied not just for fertility but for her alchemical powers. The Moors believed that the womb held the codes for memory, prophecy, and healing. Women were the original timekeepers through their bleeding and dreaming. The womb was a geometric portal, an 8-pointed star encoded within the uterus aligned with the flower of life symbol. Divine inheritance. Black American Semites, descendants of Shemitic peoples who trace their lineage to the ancient Hebrews of North Africa and the Americas, retain hidden knowledge of matriarchal inheritance. While modern interpretations of Hebrew traditions have been masculinized, original Semitic practice was matrilineal, with women playing crucial spiritual roles. In these traditions, the Shekinah, divine feminine presence, dwells in the womb. The menstrual cycle was not taboo but sacred. The red tent traditions were encoded practices of rest, vision, and prayer. Miriam, the sister of Moses, was not only a prophetess but a water priestess, symbolic of amniotic waters. Women passed down lineage, inheritance, and divine law through oral transmission, storytelling, and song. She who holds the womb holds the world. When we reclaim the womb, we restore sovereignty. Women become the initiators of divine will, unlearning patriarchal programming that equates sacrifice with holiness. Healing through rituals like yoni steaming, herbal medicine, and creativity as prayer. The womb becomes a source of power and renewal. Balance. Communities thrive when feminine power is centered in leadership, healing, and nation building. To honor the womb is to honor creation itself and to rebuild a world rooted in harmony and justice. The womb is not just a vessel, it is a temple, a portal, and the foundation of divine order. By reclaiming its sacred power, we reconnect with our ancestors, heal generational wounds, and create a future rooted in liberation and balance. If you're ready to honor your womb, reclaim your power, and restore the divine feminine, like this video, share it, and subscribe to this channel. Together, we will remember that creation is the greatest act of revolution. She who knows the womb knows the divine. The matriarchy is not a return to domination, but a return to divine order rooted in womb-centered wisdom.